Hey everyone, thanks for joining us at Snow Globe Rescue today. I'm Tony.
I'm Allie.
And if you're new to the channel, we show you how to fix your snow globes here. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. And at the end of the video, there'll be some links to some of our other videos that you might be interested in. And so we are continuing to work on Easter snow globes since Easter is this coming Sunday, just a few days from now. So we wanted to knock out some of these Easter snow globes that we had. And here's one that is an interesting one. Let's take a look at this. Let's start with the base here. So we've got a lot going on this base. We've got a lot of different flowers. We've got rabbits. We've got what looks like tulips and butterflies. Got another rabbit. Got another rabbit down here hiding. Some more butterflies. Some more flowers. Oh, look, a couple of Easter eggs. Decorated Easter eggs down here. And a couple of bunnies holding an Easter egg. And there's a basket full of eggs down here. And are these, oh, look, ladybugs up here. I didn't notice those before, ladybugs. And then we do have a little chick down here. We had another Easter globe that we thought was a chick, but now we're not sure. We thought it was a duck, but this is definitely a chick right here. It's a little baby chicken.
Yeah.
So now inside the globe up here, this is where the problem is primarily. Besides the water being turning yellow, kind of yellowish brown, we have an arch. Now it looks like this arch might be like a tree that's kind of bent over into an arch, maybe two trees, hard to say, coming towards each other. And under the arch, there is a boat with two rabbits in it. And the boat has come loose from the figure. It's like two-piece figurine. The boat is attached to the bottom of the figurine where the arch is. And so as you can see, that boat is actually just moving around in there. And oh, and this has pastel blue and pink snow. So we'll have to see if we can recover that snow.
Yeah.
And so we got to glue this boat back down to the main part of the figurine, recover that blue and pink pastel snow, because that's unique. I don't think we've ever seen that for sale. Oh, look, in the tree there, somebody carved a heart with the word love. I just noticed that right there. So, let's go ahead and take this apart, get some fresh water in there, glue that boat back down, and then get this thing put back together.
Okay,
all right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right, so as usual with this type of globe, the first step is to remove this bottom cover. And that bottom cover is normally held in with hot glue. And we're going to go ahead and use the hairdryer to heat up the hot glue, melt it, and then we're going to pry it off of there with this screwdriver. You can also use a small needle nose pliers and grab onto the foot. Sometimes that works. This works for us. So Allie, if you could heat that up. All right, and the cover is off. The music box mechanism looks good, and it works. Okay, we'll try to figure out what that is later. Now this time, we are going to go ahead and do something that we've forgotten to do, and we forget every once in a while. We're going to mark the position of this stopper. Could you hold that out, please? Thank you. So we're going to put a mark on the stopper here, and we're going to put a mark on the inside of the base, and that way when we get the stopper back in, we'll know exactly which way it goes in there. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, because we do have this particular globe did actually seal, the manufacturer sealed the globe the way we do. And a lot of other, not a lot of other, but some of the higher end companies will put hot glue over the stopper and the globe to seal it up. And this is one of those companies that did that. So we're going to take this razor knife and just go between the stopper and the globe and just cut that glue away. And that way we can pull the stopper out. Okay, there we go, all the way around. And I'm going to get as much of this out of here as possible so it doesn't fall into the globe itself. There we go. All right, ready? I'm gonna go ahead and get the needle nose pliers here. I'm gonna use these needle nose pliers to pull that stopper out. And again, if the stopper is in good condition, this will not harm the stopper. It should be fine. If it's dry rotted and old, maybe, and you might need a new stopper anyways. And if you do need parts, we get all of our parts from other snow globes that either like beyond repair or we're just not interested in. We'll use parts to fix the other globes. But we have links in the description to a couple of companies where you can buy snow globe parts like globes, stoppers, and other things, snow. So in this case, we don't need that. So let me see here. I got there we go. Okay, so there we go. There's the bottom of the figurine. And then let me get the boat out. Just try to gently grab it here and pull it out carefully. There we go. Okay, so Allie, can you hold that, please? All right, so there's the boat right there. Oh, the front of the boat looks like a swan. It's a swan head. We got, I didn't notice this. We've got a rabbit with like one of those straw hats, I think. And he's playing, looks like a guitar.
Banjo, probably.
Banjo, maybe, ukulele, hard to say. And then the other rabbit has a bouquet of flowers and a basket in her lap. So, yeah, so this boat right here fits inside of this. And we just have to figure out which way it goes. I think it goes this way, possibly. I think so. We'll figure it out here in a minute. And we'll glue that back down. And then we also need to clean the stopper up because we've got a bunch of that brown stuff on the stopper and the rest of this. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of this water and see if we can recover that pastel pink and blue snow here.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to use it, but we'll see if we can recover it.
Okay, we'll see if we can. Okay, Allie wants to change it to something else, I guess. Okay, so we'll see what we can do. All right, we'll be back. All right, everything is cleaned up and dry. We're going to go ahead and glue this boat back underneath this arch here. So we see where the points of contact were. So we're going to go ahead and start there and put some glue where these points of contact are. And then we are going to go ahead and fill it in with some additional glue once we get it down there. Okay, so there's some Zap-A-Gap on there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this in right there like that. Okay, and that fits in there right there. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to see where else the contact points are. You know, I think that's actually good.
Where it's gonna sit.
Well, as far as the glue goes, the amount of glue that we put in there, I see, you know what? We're going to do this. We are going to take this new bottle of Zap-A-Gap, which is, the other bottle is almost empty, and we're going to put a little bit of Zap-A-Gap right in between the boat and the thing, and it's going to fill in that space right there. And so we'll be absolutely sure that this is actually going to be stuck because we're going to fill all those gaps in between the boat and the... All right. So I don't think that boat is ever going to come back off of there again. All right, so we're going to let this sit for about maybe 20 minutes or so. Let that glue set, and then we'll be ready to put this back together. Although Allie decided she doesn't want to use the snow that was in that snow globe, she's going to replace it with glitter. We're going to go ahead and show you how to recover that snow because we're going to go ahead and hold on to it and maybe use it for a different globe at some point, and we'll just save that in a container. But the way we do it, you can do it with a strainer if it has a fine enough mesh so you don't lose any of your snow, or if you want to save the glitter, you'd have to have a really fine mesh strainer. What works for us is diluting it. So as you can see, I poured the contents of the snow globe into this large measuring cup, and I filled it with water. So I let the snow settle to the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour the water out. And while the snow is at the bottom of the measuring cup, I'll just keep pouring until the snow starts to move towards the end there, and then I'll stop. Right about there. Okay. And then I'll do this one more time, 2 more times if necessary. I'll fill this up with more water to dilute that. It's there. And that looks pretty clean. So I'm going to let that snow settle to the bottom, pour it out again, and then whatever's left we'll put in a little container like this right here, save it, and one day if we have a globe that we want to put snow in.
Several more Easter globes.
Yeah, we can use this snow in another globe. So we'll let this settle, pour it out, and then we'll save the snow and for another day, but then we'll come back and finish this globe up. All right, so the boat is now secured. It is now glued down. It is not going anywhere. I don't think this boat's ever going to come off of there again. You got to zap the gap down there tight. Okay, so this looks good. We got the rabbit serenading his girlfriend there as they're going under the arch. So now they're in the right position. This egg-shaped globe, turns out it holds 14 ounces of water. So at 14 ounces of water, we're going to do 30% glue, which is going to be 8 tablespoons of glue in this. So 8 tablespoons of glue. So let's go ahead and get some water in here first. Could hold that for me, please, Allie? Okay, we are going to fill it, not all the way, but at least 3/4 of the way up there. All right. And for those who don't know, if you haven't seen the previous videos, we use the clear glue in the water to thicken the water up to slow down the rate of falling of the snow or glitter. And there are other things you can use. We have a link in our description to a video where we compare the different things you can put in the globe. But it turns out after doing the comparison of all of them, the glue works best for us cost-wise, ease, able to find it in the stores and all of that. So
I just really like the look of it.
Yeah, it works for us. And this is what a lot of people use. So we are going to go ahead and put 8 tablespoons of glue in this globe right here. And so let's do that right now. Here we go. All right, and there is approximately 8 tablespoons of glue. And what I do is I count in my head, like 1 1,000, 2 1,000. It takes 6 seconds for this to fill up a tablespoon. So each tablespoon is 6 seconds. So as I'm pouring, I'm counting in my head. So that was a total of 48 seconds, which gave us approximately 8 tablespoons of glue. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. And the reason why I don't use a measuring spoon to measure this out is because we'd have to clean the measuring spoon out and get all the glue out of there every time to get an accurate measurement. And so this actually is just much easier to do that way.
Yeah, we did try it the other way.
Yeah, if you use a measuring spoon, you have to scoop all the glue out every time just to get a full tablespoon.
That looks clear.
So let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. When you start mixing the glue and water, it'll be cloudy. And then after you mix it for a little bit, it'll get clear again, and that's when you know the glue is all dissolved. So Allie is going to put glitter in here. So what glitter have you chosen to put in here?
I have decided to go with yellow.
Yellow glitter? Okay.
Because I want it to be bright.
And there are some yellow flowers on here, and there's yellow on this figurine and on the base, so that would go with the yellow in there.
And then silver to make it shiny.
Silver to make it pop, huh? Okay, so there's the yellow glitter.
I'm wondering how that yellow works. So it's supposed to be sunshine. It's not supposed to be neon. Does that, I don't know, is that weird?
Huh? It's yellow.
Is it too much yellow?
No, I think it looks good. It'll all settle down after you shake it anyway.
Let's see what it looks like. I want it to look weird.
I don't think it'll look weird. And if it does look weird, we take it apart and redo it. So let's see. So we got a little silver in there with the yellow. I think that kind of balances it out. What do you think?
Makes the water look yellow.
Until it settles. So what do you think?
I feel like I put too much yellow in it. I don't know. What do you...
You know what? Let's put it together and find out.
Okay.
Because once we have the figurine in there, I mean, with no figurine in there, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll put the figurine in there and see, and if it is too much, you'll know.
Okay.
All right, let's try that.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put some more water in there. Try to get as little of an air bubble in there as possible once we're done. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use some of the water from in there and wet the stopper so it installs easier. And if you remember, we made a mark here, and we made a mark on the base right there so we can get it back in the way it came out. So here we go. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this. And this is a, ooh, there we go. It's a kind of a snug fit. Okay, so we got the marks lined up, or as much as I can. There we go. Okay, the marks are lined up, so let's get that in there. And it is starting to spit water already. Okay, here we go. The stopper is going in fairly easy here. Okay. And, okay, so we've got the stopper lined up with the opening of the globe. And we do have some air bubble. But let's see. Before we get the air bubble out, let's see how this looks. What do you think?
Shake it up again.
You know what, to be honest with you, I can barely see the yellow now. I can see mostly the silver.
I guess that yellow is more iridescent than...
Yeah, the yellow is yeah, it's kind of like sort of transparent a little bit. So in the water, it looks like it...
It actually makes the water look kind of cloudy.
Until it settles.
Yeah, but I don't want to look at it cloudy while it's settling.
So what do you want to do?
I don't like it.
You want to open it up and change it?
I do. I don't like it.
All right, we're gonna pull this out, and we're gonna change. We're gonna pour out the water and try something different.
I don't like it.
All right, so we're gonna pull this out, pour the water out, and now we're gonna try a different glitter.
It looks muddy.
Okay. All right, so we'll be back, and we'll let you know what we come up with. Okay, so Allie, we poured out all the water, and Allie chose some different glitter. We refilled it, put new glue in there, and then Allie put some different glitter in there, which we'll take a look at here in just a bit. But now we have this air bubble right here that we want to get out of there. While we're working on it and got it apart, might as well get that air bubble out. So in the past, you may have seen us, if you've been following the channel, you may have seen us use this syringe in the past. But whenever possible, if you can put the globe underwater, this is an easier and quicker method and usually gets results the first time. So we're going to put this underwater. If the base isn't going to be damaged by water, if it doesn't have electronics and other things in it, you don't have to worry about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to, can you hold that please? We're going to make a space for the air to come out. I'm going to push this over, grab it with the needle nose pliers, and then what I do, you could use the needle nose if you want. I like to stick the this little screwdriver here in between the globe and the stopper. Okay, I'm gonna get that air bubble right up there where the screwdriver is going into the stopper, lower it down into the water. And then once we get that air bubble up there, some of it already came out, open the stopper a little bit and the air bubble should just come right out, and then you can double check it. Oh, there's another air bubble in there, hold on, didn't get it all out. Let's see, it's hiding on me, there it goes, just saw it come out. And there we go, no air bubble, that's glitter. Okay, so now while it's still underwater, we'll hold the stopper, pull this out so that no air gets back in there, and we're good. All right, we're gonna dry this off, then seal it up, and we'll be done. Okay, we've got it all dried up, and so now we're gonna go ahead and seal it up with the hot glue, going across the stopper and the glass. Hopefully it will not leak on us. once we get this done. Sometimes they leak no matter what you do. You get an air bubble.
Yeah.
We've had globes that we've had to take apart a couple of times to get the air bubble out. Sometimes in the second air bubble removal, it sticks, and sometimes we got to come back every few months for some reason and get those air bubbles out.
It could be where it's being stored, too much sunlight, too much heat.
Hard to say.
That will affect the water level.
There might be something not totally right with the stopper or the globe itself, not sealing all the way, that you can't really see with the naked eye. It's hard to say what's causing it. But most of the globes don't get air bubbles once we take them out. And as you can see, if you haven't seen before, if you put the hot glue on here and you get an air bubble, that's a little bit of water that was still in there. Pop those air bubbles, put a little bit of more glue on there. Otherwise, you may get a leak if you don't do that. Right there. There. Okay. Oh, there's a couple right there. Right there we go. That's it. Right there. All right. So let's go ahead and put the cover on. And as usual, we use 3 drops of glue to hold the cover on. This is just going to sit on the shelf, so it doesn't need to be that much glue. And if we ever need to take it apart again, it'll be that much easier. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're going to let that glue cool, and then we're going to take a look at it.
We'll be back.
All right. All right.
Looks good.
There it is, all finished, and looks good. Looks good.
Different being in the boat intact.
The boat is actually in the right position. The water's clean. So, as you saw, we reattached the boat down to the bottom of the figurine so that it's sitting under the arch the way it's supposed to be. So now it's correctly in place. And as you also saw, we added some glitter in there that Allie didn't like afterwards. Once we got it all put back together, she didn't like the glitter that was in there.
It looked gray.
Yeah, once it was hard to tell until we actually got it back together. This doesn't happen very often, but she actually decided she didn't like the way it looked. And so we poured everything back out and started over and put fresh water, fresh glue, and then she went with a different glitter. And as you saw in this egg-shaped globe, we did 30% glue. And
don't ask me why. I just didn't want to put that confetti back in for whatever reason.
Oh yeah,
I just didn't want to.
Yeah, she didn't want to use that pink and blue pastel snow that was in there, so we saved it for another project. But let's go ahead and shake it up so you can kind of see what it looks like with the glitter that Allie finally settled on. And
it's called amethyst.
Amethyst. Okay, there we go.
And it has like this color purple in it.
Oh, okay.
And like this color pink. It's like a mixture of these two, but it's still more subdued than I thought it was going to be. But I still like it better than that initial gray sunshine combo thing that I ended up creating the first time.
So yeah, and sometimes when we spin it like this, it sends the glitter in a circular pattern. So anyways, there we go. Easter.
I like it. Looks good.
Another Easter globe done. Hopefully, we'll see if we can get any more done before Easter. But if not, we've got a few. So, and on the way out, we will go ahead and see. Once again, this one does not tell us what the tune is. So we're going to go ahead. These Easter globes, for some reason, none of them are marked with the tune. So let's see what this is. And I'm pretty sure this is the same tune as one of the other Easter globes that we worked on. I think, I'm not sure, but we haven't posted that video yet, so we haven't gotten a response on what this tune is. But here, let me hold it up to the microphone so you can hear it clearly. And I know this tune. I've heard this tune numerous times. I just don't remember the words and I don't remember the name of it, but this is a familiar tune. Well, if you know what it is, let us know in the comments, and then we will put a sticker on the bottom of this with the name of the tune so that in the future it's not a mystery. So if we can get another snow globe done before Easter, we will. If not, this will be the last one. But hopefully everybody has a great Easter. If we don't see you before then.
Happy Easter.
Yep. So hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learn something. And if you have a globe like this, you can fix it. So hopefully we'll see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, take care, be safe.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.